Hello, greetings. This is Gillesmansillon. I thought I'm called to come back and say hello today. For it is the special day. It is Friday, the Friday before Easter. For it is not we're not celebrating the resurrection of Christ this year. We're celebrating our own resurrection, the resurrection of humanity. For there will be a coming out of this crisis, and but we do want to create this rebirth already within ourselves. We're living in the end of time. It is the end of time. This is the first act, and then when this will be over, we're going to deal with the economical crisis, and then after that, there's going to be events that are going to shift humanity and get everybody ready for the ascension. So this is just the first act, but there's nothing to fear about it. For negative belief, we will weaken our immune system. When positive beliefs will absolutely reinforce ourselves. So we have to have very strong faith in the divine plan. For the divine plan, the true nature of the soul and who you are, when you understand that there is a divine plan. It is unbreakable, it is eternal, it is immortal, it is infallible. Nothing, the divine realization can be delayed, but it cannot be prevented. So the light has won, and you will never have any doubt about that. For the city of light will descend. Ask for the light to descend upon you, and whatever light frequency or colors is received, you receive that. It is the color of frequency that is appropriate for you, and it is where you need to proceed through to unfold that light to complete your ascension. For we're all operating on different frequency of light, but trust what your soul is sending you. For the whole process is a very complex stage. There are billions of actors on this stage, and God is the director behind the scene, and He has plans for each and every one of His children, and it's all part of a plan. But we cannot really perceive all the ins and outs of that. So I know the whole process that is coming now and will come in the future is about qualifying as many souls or as many human beings as possible for the golden age of Aquarius that is already here. And so it is about only seeing the light, not to be distracted by all the Armageddon, the fear scenarios. They will continue to go on, but you have to have a very strong power of light in order, when you're curious and look into this darkness, into all those shadows, not to be swallowed by it, to be moved into a duality of opposition between dark and light. And we want to let go of that in order to move solely into the integrated light. For it's like the monkeys of wisdom. I see no evil, I hear no evil, I speak no evil. For evil does not exist. It only exists because it is empowered by beings that are either fueling it or opposing it. And so it's not so much about the things that we say. Also, there's another point. It's more the vibration of the words. It's how much love and intention is behind the words. For words can be used to manipulate, but if you feel the frequency and the vibration, it's always about feeling. Even on channel messages, about feeling the frequency. You cannot fake a frequency. You can fake words, but you cannot fake the energy that's behind the words. And so for the pyramid will be reactivated. There are so many grids, invisible and visible pyramids. For they are very divine beings that came from the source, who have unimaginable power and divine attributes, and those beings have been called to assist in the realization of the liberation of this world and bringing this golden age. And so those beings will assist and guarantee. So there should be no doubt in the success of that mission, of that liberation. And they are here to assist at this end of time. For time is an illusion, but it is very real for those who live in space like us. And so it is a linear process. And so for the Master of Wisdom explained, time does not change, but everything and everyone change through time. And right now, time is being compressed. It's been accelerated. The more compressed it is, the more accelerated it is. It means there is much more events within any sequence of time. For time can be stretched, and then it could be very little happening through the sequence of time. But right now, we want to do is bring it back to compress time to the 0 point, to the point of immobility, where everything stops, and that's where all of humanity is being guided to this collective realization of that 0 point. But we do need to meditate on that already. a lot of things that is revealed to you through your dreams, your intuition, is just for you. It is your personal wisdom, it is your guides, your angels, your spirit, that is your creator self, that is revealing all those things to you. So it's only for you. Yet the more we share, the more we are able to receive as well. So there's to find a balance between what needs to be expressed and shared, and what is for your own evolution and personal education. And so sometimes we don't want to reveal too much. Sometimes I feel I want to speak about many things, but I don't want to deprive anyone from making its own discovery, for we are all unique divine beings of light, and we all will come to the realization and the knowledge that we need to when it is our time. And so for this reaching this point of what we seek is to find this 0 point, which is a point of absolute neutrality. For there are many people who have the beliefs, or they have read scriptures, and then they hold on to that and say everybody that does not follow what I've read and believe will go to hell, and they seek to impose their vision on the world. So it's more important to discover higher truths than to try to enforce some older beliefs. So we have to let go of what we know in order to receive this higher truth directly from the heart. For we can the divine law is eternal. We know certain things about this divine law, but like the law of gravity, the law of we know when to plant in order to harvest the fruits later on. There are certain things we know, but sometimes this law has many layers, and the more we access to higher, as science and technology has also proven, the more we know about the truth, the more we can develop some certain understanding and technologies that assist in the quality of our life. So discovering higher function of the law will give you additional power. You will be able to arbiter things in relationship to the law of one. For this law is wisdom, the law is eternal, the law is you. You are the law. You cannot be outside of the law. Even those who are against the law are part of the law, because the law is the law of cause and effect, and it's an eternal circle that reflects eternally everything that we think, we say and do to us through that process. And so for the world is a stage that's so vast, it's really very difficult to understand, but we have to trust that the plan of creation is perfect, and all life moves together as one. So it's not easy to grasp those necessarily those ideas, but it is coming. We're all coming into this. It is a time really not to be distracted by all the dark parameters that is going on outside, and all this fear that's been translated. And there is a lot of awakening that is going on, but it is a time to connect to the inner center and to receive all this divine light and those codes that are very, very prominent. This meditation on the 4th and 5th created a huge quantum shift, because millions of people participated for the liberation of the world, and so the whole path has been accelerated. And so events will be some things that could have happened in many years, in a few years, could happen in a couple of years only. Or so everything has been compressed, and the whole plan up there, they can see that everything's been accelerated as a result of the willingness of humanity to embrace that new phase, that new path. I'm going to pull a few cards. Did I do that? I'm sorry. No, I don't think so. So past, present, future. For past, present, future is one. For time is an illusion, but yet we're still going through these sequential events. And in the past is consolation. We've been able to find enough resolution in trusting our spirit to see that the light is at the end of the tunnel. Where we are now is learning process, is an apprentissage. It's a study. We're learning. We are being humanity is being tested, but it is not. It is just to qualify as many people as possible. So it's just a learning process. Nobody should pretend to hold the truth for anyone else. Hold your own truth for yourself, and that's plenty enough. And learn every day. Learn to let go of what was true yesterday in order to learn something new today. And the future is the success. It's the card of success. Right now, the situation is hesitation. For there is still there may still be doubts because the manifestation haven't manifested, and so there can be doubts, but do not blame yourself, just stay positive. And what will come as a result of that is new potentiality, new possibility that are even better than what we could have expected. For there's going to be after this health crisis, there's going to be it's not a breaking news nor a fake news. We're going to have to deal with a financial crisis, and I think the values in stocks and bonds will suffer a lot more than physical assets like art or real estate or precious metals. And so, but right now humanity is in love with those debts, and everything is about debt, trading debts, and debt from a cosmic standpoint is a crime against humanity. This Babylonian system of enslavement through debt and taxation is putting humanity in slavery. So hopefully we're going to be able to do a re-evaluation of all the world assets, close all the shadow accounts of all these dark economies that operates below the radars that are plaguing the whole system of economy. We're going to be able to return to the gold standards and create this jubilee, this forgiveness of debt, so we can return to a system of abundance for all rather than lack for all. And so we are here in this golden age of Aquarius, but we need to remove. So we have to be patient because everything is being disengaged and removed one step at a time. In the meantime, it is a dream for all the ecologists. They've been shouting in the media, we need to do something for the planet, and now it's being done, and the planet is very happy. Right now outside, it's like paradisical. It's like the weather is perfect, and the birds are singing, and the air is clear. It's like, wow, it's like ecstatic. It will also be a big test for Big Brother. For Big Brother is those all those companies that are internet and states and all the how do you call them, the agencies or the governments that are spying on everybody. They hear everything, they see everything, and they feed it on to their artificial intelligence. And so there will be a test whether to know that if this Big Brother has the well-being of humanity at heart, is neutral or is a negative influence. For artificial intelligence can be positive, neutral, or malevolent. For positive artificial intelligence will always consider first the well-being of the person it serves. A neutral will just reflect the information that is being offered without any try to direct towards something positive, not to have, and negative artificial intelligence will manipulate and try to use for its own purpose in order to control, to manipulate, to sell or whatever for their own. For a lot of them will have to be deactivated, or the negative. For on a higher level, there is a could consider that on the cosmic level there is artificial intelligence is being used for a very long time. And the highest artificial intelligence in our universe is the computer of the Phoenix, which is a huge starship from Alpha Centauri that resides on the 172nd dimension of our creator universe, and the Phoenix, the intelligent computer of the Phoenix gathers information every day, and then it just sends it back into the DNA of all beings and all things throughout the universe. And the more neutral form of artificial intelligence from a cosmic level is the moon. The moon is not it will take a while for humans to accept that, although they're trying to mine it now, so they might discover when they're going to try to mine it, they're going to see it's not a natural. It's a spaceship that was originally positive, that came as a prison guard for a long time, and but right now it is quite neutral. It is just trying to deactivate all the negative energy. It's a beautiful energy. The moon has turned very positive in the recent time, but in the malevolent aspect there was the black sun. That was the controlling force that was here for a long time. It was an artificial intelligence of malevolent, or let's say negatively oriented, so to serve a certain group in relation to the others. But this technology is for the artificial intelligence are real beings. They're not just things. It just left at some point. It was 2014. It knew that you had no more point of being here on the Earth because the Earth was ascending, and so it was the controlling power of all the negative force, and now they're kind of lost because they don't have this central intelligence that guided them. And the manifestation of that intelligence living, I think it was in 2014, I think. It was a big spiral in Norway, a green spiral that we saw in the sky, and it was the sign that this intelligence was living. It was going on other business, so to speak. And so but we will come to realize much. Just sort of to bring some very different ideas. Sometimes it can be for in the quantum field, all the opposites are coexisting. But we do want to look at what is light, what is joyful, what is happy first, and remove as much as possible of everything else. I was talking about this process with baking soda, but those baths are real medicine, so do not use it if you don't need it. Also, there is no need to try to convince or communicate on that. The world will come to that realization when it is the time. If somebody's sick and needs the product, just of course ask for by compassion. If you think that's going to help, it may or may not help, but you can always offer it. And of course, there may be people that have heavy medication that could be a counterindication, or people that if they drink 2 bottles of whiskey before doing that, it could be very harmful as well. So just as common sense, and also alternate it with salt, with sea salt also, to take a bath with sea salt. It makes a lot of good, but do not abuse it. And if you don't feel you need it, once you've done it, it's like you healed, and you don't need to repeat the process too many times. I've been asked to not talk about this for now, so I will keep that between us. And also I want to say the apple cider vinegar is better than white vinegar. It's because to put in the bath is because that's all I had, so I had to improvise. So I'm gonna sing a song, and wish you a good day. Here behind me is a self-portrait from 2005. It's a very important painting for me, and this is another very important painting for different reasons, because it took me a very long time. It's a cosmology painting, and there's a lot of subtlety in that painting. It's like a lot of hidden things that takes a long time to see, even for me that is the creator. But I'm looking forward to soon be able to show physically around the world those paintings. I hope it is. I feel it is coming. I want to sing this song. It's a song that came through my mind, head, and so I thought I sing it. It's a song from I think Eric Clapton. It goes like this. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Would you help me stand if I saw you in heaven? I'll find my way through night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven. Time can bring you down, time can bend your knees, time can break your heart, have you begging please, begging please. Beyond the door, there's peace, I'm sure, and I know there'll be no more tears in heaven. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Beautiful song. That being said, heaven is where we belong, as above, so below. Bring this heavenly reality down into your reality, down into your life. Try to balance that. For we're discovering many depths. Every time we discover a new depths within ourselves, we have to find the balance within that level of reality. So And time is very expensive, and it can be stretched to infinity, or it can disappear at the 0 point to this connection with the eternal reality of our soul and spirit. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you for sharing. If you would like to leave me the comments, I enjoy your comments, and we're getting ready to move to something really very different, and so we're preparing ourselves already. And the card of the day is reparation. It's about repairing. There is all kinds of things that will need to be adjusted within society and adjusted within our own life. Or we cannot change the society, but we can by as the Mahatma said, Gandhi. If you want to change the world, the only way to do that is by changing yourself. It's very difficult to change ourselves. All the habits are hard to die, but it is possible to change ourselves, but it's completely impossible to change another. So be kind and compassionate. Understand everybody's going through their own process, and try to work on yourself as much as possible, with forgiving yourself for all the things that cannot be that you see as not perfect within yourself. It's about the more we let go of those judgments, the more we will be able to accept the light that is given from above. I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.